Check it. Hey guys, what is up? You are back for another video of DataZero. In this video, we're looking at AMC GME SPY, and I also briefly look at Bitcoin as well. This is your daily update and prediction, getting you ready for tomorrow's trading day and the rest of the trading week. We're also going to briefly look into the next week ahead, giving you guys a little bit of idea and prediction of where we are headed. And of course, we're going to keep going day by day, step by step, level by level, listening to the charts and putting emotion at the door. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on.
Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. This is your daily update for AMC, GME, and SPY, getting you prepared for tomorrow and the rest of the trading week. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. I am simply telling you what the charts are telling me. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. Now, the first thing I am going to start off with is SPY. We're going to be looking at SPY right here, and you guys can see that SPY has this rising, you can call it an ascending channel, aka bear flag. You see your downward movement here, your bearish engulfing here on the 2-hour time frame. Then you see this upwards movement here. You see that price broke out below it and is now testing it as resistance. So if this line, which it looks like it is being resistance, this white line acts as resistance, this is confirmation of the bear flag. And once it is confirmed, you will want to be selling that retest. I showed earlier in the stream, the confirmation is what you want to sell. And again, when you see price break below, then retest this as resistance. So it's using it as support. You guys can see it's support here. It bounces off of it. It's support here. It bounces off of it. Then it goes below, breaks below, and then it uses it as resistance. That is confirmation of the bear flag. And I'm almost certain that we are going to be moving down to about 473 because there is a gap fill down there. Now, I've been saying this many times that around the end of this month, which is coming up, it is the 27th, and early January, you are going to see SPY start to pull back. We're already seeing SPY start to lose momentum because they're going to try to lock it in as high as possible. They're going to try to lock in the blue chip stocks as high as possible. They're going to try to lock many stocks in as high as possible. There is a huge amount of money riding on stocks being as high as possible. CEOs get bonuses. A lot of people get a lot of money for the stocks being higher at the end of the year, and there's multiple reasons other than that they want the stocks to be higher valuation. So they're going to try to prop this up as long as possible, and we can see that in full effect because you go ahead and look at SPY. You can see that there is buy walls, but it looks like they're trying to keep SPY underneath that key level of 480. So you can see that there's buy walls all underneath here at about 475. But if you go ahead and zoom in to the 1 minute time frame, you can see that there's also buy walls here at 474. And if we go to the 5 minute time frame, you can see that there's buy walls here at the 474, 472 region as well. So it does seem like they're trying to keep this propped up, but right now it is in this ascending triangle right now, which is a bearish type pattern where you see stocks move to the upside like so, and then eventually break below and then break down. And you can see that it's testing this line as resistance right now. So it does look like SPY is going to be moving back down to the downside, probably starting tomorrow and Friday, and then beginning in the rest of the next trading week. So I do think the month of January is probably going to be a red month for stocks in my personal opinion. I believe February is also probably not going to be pretty good for SPY, things of that nature, but I do believe meme stocks are going to do very well in January. And you can see that GameStop is at 1837 and AMC is at 616. Both stocks were green on the day and moving up, and we'll get to that here in a second. But I do think SPY is starting to lose momentum. You can see on the 4-hour time frame, MACD is starting to fade out. You can see on the daily time frame, we are about to get our bearish cross, and we have RSI overbought. Anytime you have RSI this high and you get a bearish cross, that is imminent of a major pull back. You can also see that we are slightly outside of the bands on the weekly time frame, or we were outside of the bands on the weekly time frame. The bands are at that key level of 476.66. You can see there's major resistance there at that 477.80 level as well. I do believe if SPY does see any type of pop up, it would be the 477, 478. And before an overall capitulation. But you guys can see that we're basically overbought here on the weekly time frame. When RSI gets up to 70 on the weekly time frame is normally when we see pullbacks. You guys can see the last time the market peaked here, RSI hit about 70, 71. You guys can see around that range. So we have very, very little room to run. SPY might be able to inch out a few more dollars before topping out, but I do believe the top is coming into play. And I've explained this on the macro level many, many times. Go ahead and check out my previous videos. But guys, I believe this is the complacency stage, and I believe we are going to see a major pullback. Again, when in doubt, zoom out. You can see that SPY looks like the market cycle psychology chart, where you have a euphoria rally, then a complacency stage, then a drop down into anger and depression. The reason why I believe that we're seeing a bigger move to the upside is because I believe that markets have a lot more money in them. There is a lot more liquidity involved, so we're starting to see complacency stages last a lot longer. We're starting to see these moves become a lot larger because we're seeing the valuations of things go higher, and the amount of money, like the actual value inside of something, is much, much higher than historical context in the past. Just like Bitcoin's euphoria rally here, where you've seen this rounded top right here, and then came down. This was the euphoria rally, then you came down and then went into this almost parabolic blow off top in the second stage, where the complacency stage, before moving down into anger and depression, where I believe we are, and moving into the disbelief rally. You guys can see that Bitcoin actually made a higher high, and it was literally a parabolic straight up top. I believe that SPY is doing the same thing in its complacency stage, making a slightly higher high. Now, it is only showing this on Weeble's chart. If you go ahead and look at TradingView chart, we have not made a higher high. The high is actually officially 480, and TradingView is a lot more accurate than Weeble, so I trust TradingView, but we have not made a higher high. So basically, it looks like SPY is making a massive double top type scenario, and if you look at Weeble's chart, it's making a slightly high with a slightly higher high with that blow off parabolic top. I do trust TradingView's charts a lot more. Weeble tends to change numbers often and stuff like that, so I do believe we're going to see this double top type scenario for SPY. And again, when in doubt, zoom out. You can literally see this is not sustainable. In order for SPY to go on a bull run, it would literally need to break this bear flag and quite literally make a candle going straight up into the sky to create a bull run. Guys, look at this. It is not possible. What is going to be happening is SPY is going to be pulling back from this double top, coming back down to these lower ranges, and then coming back down to make a lower low than the low it made earlier, and then it can come up into a new bull run and move up. Do you see how much more sustainable this looks than a just keep going up and up and up? Do you see how much more sustainable pulling back and then having a healthy rally looks? If we were to see that, more than price just going straight up in the sky and going parabolic on a bull run during World WW3 conflict and hyperinflation, guys, it's not happening. So again, I'm not here to burst anyone's bubble. Everyone can believe what they want. I've been in the market for quite some time. I know what I'm doing. I am a profitable trader, and this is what I'm looking at based off what the charts are telling me. Let's go ahead and move into AMC and GameStop. Show you guys what's going on for AMC and GameStop. And we did have some puts that we played as well in the Discord. Those puts did go in the money. I do believe that they could go in the money this week, but we did date those 2 weeks out. They already went in the money a couple times this week, but I believe they could go deeper in the money by the end of next week. Now let's go ahead and go into AMC and show you guys what's going on. I know people are going to say whatever in the comments. That's fine, because we are in the depression phase of AMC, where people are going to get extremely emotional about their trades, say AMC is dead, blah 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 blah. That's the same thing they said about Bitcoin, that Bitcoin was going to go to 10k, it was going to go to 3k, Bitcoin was dead. I was accumulating Bitcoin at 15k, and now look, it's at 43k. Normally the crowd is always wrong, guys. The crowd is always wrong. That's why you want to do the opposite of them. When people are saying AMC is dead, or whatever play you're in is dead, in the comments, and just keep saying that over and over again, it's because they're being emotional. They don't really know what's going on. you want to be buying when people are saying that. You want to be buying the fear. You want to be buying the bottom. You do not want to be buying the top, okay? You want to be buying the bottom. You want to be buying when RSI is low. You don't want to be buying when RSI is high, like a lot of people did on AMC, buying up here, buying in this range, and then selling way down here. What sense does that make? This is the place where you're supposed to be buying and then waiting for a move to the upside. AMC will fill these gaps. That's why charts do not have gaps all over them. Gaps get filled 99.9% of the time. We also have bullish divergence starting to play out on AMC. I believe that AMC is actually going to make a big move to the upside and surprise a lot of people. When will this happen? I do not have a time frame. People keep asking me for a time frame, but I believe that it will probably take at least 1 to 3 months from this time period as of right now. So 1 to 3 months is what I'm looking at. I do believe 2024 is going to be a good year for meme stocks. They are running low on shares available to borrow as well, or not low, but getting less. You can see there's 3.7 million shares for AMC, and for GameStop there's 250,000 shares. If we go ahead and look at AMC is working out of breaking this bullish pennant. I talked about this, that we could possibly see a breakout on Wednesday. Here we are on Wednesday seeing the possible breakout, and I said that we could possibly see this on Wednesday and Tuesday. It looks like Tuesday is going to be the continuation of a move up. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys kind of an idea of what I'm expecting from AMC. Probably like another retest of like that 650 before a big pop to the upside here coming up on Friday and or Thursday. But I do believe that AMC is actually going to recover. I believe that it is forming a bottom. I know that sounds crazy to some people. I believe it is forming a bottom. I know stocks don't just go down and stocks don't just go up. People are convinced that SPY is just going to keep going up. People are convinced that AMC is just going to keep going down, and the emotions are all over the place, and I'm just looking at the comments, laughing, having a ball. Of course, the DataZero family is down there supporting, giving their good inputs and information, but you have the occasional hater here and there that says AMC is dead. Why are you even watching an AMC video if you think it's dead? Why are you even watching it? It doesn't make any sense. Obviously, these are things to try to manipulate your mindset, the viewer watching right now, to try to shake you off your game. Don't let that type of stuff get to your head. It's psychological manipulation. Just remember that only thing you need to worry about is what the charts are saying. That's what will keep you profitable. Here's your prediction for tomorrow. I do expect a possible retest of $6.05 for AMC. As we do hold this line here and hold this $6.05 level, we don't want to see AMC go below that. If we do hold this level tomorrow, it is pretty good confirmation that AMC is bottoming. The main thing we want to see AMC get above is this $6.25 level. If we can get above that, you're going to see a decent move for AMC. Now let's go ahead and finish up the video with GameStop. GameStop had this crazy wick here in after hours. Again, Webull does some kind of iffy stuff, so I'm not 100% sure if this wick will even be there tomorrow, but we did have this crazy wick to the downside on GME, but price did return back to the upside. That is often sometimes called stop loss hunting, where they'll quickly drop the price and then shoot it back up with algos trying to get stop losses to stop out. GameStop is getting out of control, and let me explain. If GameStop gets to $20, it is going to absolutely start moving. If GameStop gets to $20, it has a clear shot to $30. There's a gamma ramp here as of right now of this week, and there's normally a gamma ramp at $20 to $30, and we even have call options at $40 this week. If we were to see a GameStop get up to 32, there's going to be, or 30, there's going to be, or $20, there's going to be 32,000 calls expiring in the money. That's going to give us a gamma ramp up to about 30, and then we could get the rest of the calls at 30. Things could get out of control. They are going to do everything they can to try to keep GameStop from breaking over this 1842, and let me explain why. There is a massive cup and handle here on GME. So there's a cup and handle on GME, and if it breaks over that key level of 1842, you are going to see a breakout on GameStop, and it is going to go to $20, where the gamma ramp can officially start to kick in and move us to the upside. You can see that there's a massive amount of sell walls, so that's the one thing they're going to try to do to stop us down. They also have 250,000 short shares, but you can see right here is your handle, right here is your cup. All we need to do is see price break above that $18.40 $18.32 mark. Hold it as support, and then you will see a move to the upside, possibly all the way up to $20. If we do get to that $20 level this week, gamma will kick in and things could start to get crazy. I'm thinking next week is actually going to be even better for GameStop, but the valuations for GameStop are going to be going up. Again, like I keep saying over and over in my videos, GameStop is breaking out of a massive falling wedge that has been a 2.3 year or a 2.5, almost 3 year falling wedge. You have this uptrend, then you have this massive falling wedge that took place over all of this time. We are finally breaking out of it and moving to the upside. Also, like I always say in the videos, when it comes to the macro, I believe that GameStop is actually in the V-shaped style right here, where it's going to slightly pull back and then go into a disbelief rally where people will not believe that GameStop is actually moving up. And by then, by the time the disbelief rally is already over, it's going to be too late, because all of the normies are going to start buying because they see the price going up. And that's not when you want to buy when the price goes up. You want to buy when the price goes down. That way you can sell low and buy high. But the normies start FOMOing in here, and this is where the smart money that accumulated down here starts to sell. And again, I believe that's where we are for GameStop, because if you look right here is your anger, a double bottom, then a pop up to a slow bleed out to that V-shaped style recovery. If you go ahead and zoom in, your double bottom to your pop up to your slow bleed out to a lower low to that V-shaped style recovery. That is why I believe we are moving into the disbelief phase. It is still going to take a lot more time. There is going to be pullback along the way, but GameStop is making moves each and every day. And as you guys can see, it is up to $18.37. And I did call out a buy signal in the Discord when GameStop was simply at $12, which was 50% ago. You could have made 50%. That means if you only put in $100, you could have made $50. If you put in $500, you could have made $250. If you put in $1,000, you could have made $500, and you can do the math from there. 50% is a very, very decent move. We're also going to be talking about Bitcoin a lot more here on the channel. I do believe Bitcoin is actually setting up for a move to break above that 44K mark. If you do see Bitcoin break above that 44K mark, it's going to make a nasty move to the upside. Right now, we are making this bull flag, and I do have this prediction for Bitcoin, and it is so far following it. I made this prediction on stream. Looks like we went up to this top line, got rejected, so it looks like Bitcoin's going to head back down to about 42K before heading back up to retest that 44K level. And if we can get above that, Bitcoin is absolutely going to start moving. But guys, this is pretty much everything I have for you. GameStop is breaking out of this falling wedge, looking good. I'm going to go ahead and give you a prediction for tomorrow and prices to look for. We want to see GameStop maintain the levels of $18.10. If it can maintain $18.10, you're going to see a decent move. But really what we want to see is GameStop get above $18.42, $18.32, around that 10-cent range. We'll just say $18.42 to be specific. So again, $18.42, using that level as support. If it can, you're going to see a decent move up to GameStop, possibly all the way to $20 this week. Guys, this is pretty much everything I have for you. If you find the video informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
Alright guys, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. And remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more DataZero updates. And I truly appreciate the DataZero family and friends, because you guys are a great supportive community. I truly believe that this is one of the best communities here on YouTube. And I appreciate each and every one of you that watched the end of this video, because so few people watch to the end, because attention span is so low in adults nowadays. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money.